Hey everybody, welcome back. If you've been here before, you found me here at the Potty Mouth Stitcher. My name's Heidi. I'm here in Roanoke, Virginia, and today is Friday. Happy Friday. We made it through another week. It's been a hot minute since I've been here. My apologies. I know the end of summer is always busy for everyone, and my life has been no exception. So, I got all kinds of goodies to show you today. If I don't have a mini avalanche, I might remember all of them, so we will get started. First and foremost, I have a bunch of thank yous. Several weeks ago now, Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching talked about this channel as their silver floss tuber. Bless you, ladies. I couldn't have been more surprised. So what a blessing. That was really cool. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see them when I went to Keepsakes on my sister trip, but everyone else there at Keepsakes was amazing. And I did leave a few things there for everyone else to buy, amazingly. So if you stick around to the end, I will show you all my goodies that I got there. As well as another cross-stitch store that I found in Ohio. You know, why hit just one? Also, Jackie from Comfort Stitching, she had mentioned me I think a couple videos ago. Bless her heart. I love Jackie. She's such a unique take on the Flosstube world, and I love that she's getting into the research and all that. It's really, I really enjoy watching her videos. Like, you know, most of us do. So, if you haven't already found her, Jackie at Comfort Stitching, by all means, please go check her out. Also, Lisa from Lost in Stitches. She mentioned she had seen the Seasons by the Sea piece that I'm working on, the Jeanette Douglas piece, and that she had bought that. She made the investment. I mean, what's not to love? Anything Jeanette Douglas is delightful. And I do actually have an update on that one. I've been working on that one. And Lisa, I'm so happy to see you back. What a blessing. And also Gigi, the artsy housewife. Her last video, she had bought some of my floss drops and was showing them on her last video, as well as they're part of her giveaway. So if you haven't watched her last one, by all means go check out her awesome new designs that release here, I think, tomorrow for market, and see if you can win some floss drops. So check her out. Thank you, Gigi, and Mr. Artsy Housewife. So they're fun to watch. So that's it for thank yous, other than you know, thank you God today for not so hot of a day. It's been delightful. I'm enjoying these nice cooler mornings. I'm ready for fall. I know you are too. Virtually every floss tube I've watched recently, everybody's talking about the fall stitching, so it's coming. What else? So life update real quick. Like I said, I went on my sister trip the end of July, early August. Went to Keepsakes. I had an amazing time. I had the entire afternoon to spend there, and believe it or not, it was only 3 hours. Only 3 hours. I could have spent another couple, but whatever. That's all right. It was kind of fun. I don't recall this. There was a gentleman in there who I believe was FaceTiming either his wife or his sister. I heard him say it a couple times, but I can't remember. But he was just showing her all the amazing things on the walls, and he went through every room. It was fun to listen to his commentary. He's like, I don't know what this is, but it's really cool just to show it to you. So I guess he was in Cincinnati on some trip, and bless him, went on in there and was showing her all the goods. So that was fun. A viewer, Tamara, she was stopping by to pick up something she had ordered. So got to chit chat with her, got to meet her. That was really fun. Thank you, Tamara. And just all the help. I did see Barbara, of course, and there were a couple other ladies primarily that helped me. I did not get their names, but they took care of my first and foremost major issue, which was, if you watched the last video, the WIP parade, and you saw my conundrum with Everflowering garden, I got a new piece of fabric. They helped me fix the color issue. You're going to see that here almost just a couple minutes. I'll show you all that. And they could not have been more wonderful. I mean, they made it easy. I basically said, here's my problem. I'm just restarting it. Give me fabric, switch to 40 count, and find me a color that looks better than this one. And I was off shopping and they did the rest. It was delightful. So if you need help like that, it's worth the drive, flight, whatever, to Keepsakes there in Cincinnati. Great time. What else? What did we do? I went to Cincinnati, we actually stayed at Houston Woods that night. I can see why it would be a really cool place to have the winter retreat there that Keepsakes has. It's really neat. Big area, beautiful lake. Then we did some garage sailing the next day, and then by that afternoon we were heading north to Huron, Ohio, which is right on Lake Erie. Childhood friends of ours have a lake house, and I mean, right on the lake. It was gorgeous. It was so much fun to catch up with them and just have some downtime. On Saturday, we went back to our hometown, Bloomville, Ohio, the booming metropolis of Bloomville, or Bloom Vegas, or Bloomtucky. I mean, just, it depends. There's different names for Bloomville. But they were having their summer, they call it a block party or whatever. We used to have it all the time when we were younger, and it was quite the event, and it kind of, died off for so many years, and through the hard work of a lot of dedicated people there, about 3-4 years ago, 4 years ago, they brought it back, and it's been growing ever since. So they have a parade, and the whole day is just fun. But this year, our Uncle Dutch, was the Grand Marshal of the parade, because I doubt he's gonna see this. I love you, Uncle Dutch, but I know you're not watching this. What is he, 94? You wouldn't know it. The band's still going strong. But he is a Pearl Harbor survivor, I guess, if you want to call him that. He was a young boy. His birthday was just a couple days before Pearl Harbor, and his father was in the Navy. Stationed there, of course. So he has a pretty impressive story about Pearl Harbor and being woken up by the planes coming in. So, but overall, just an amazing human being. And all of his kids were there, and grandkids, and it was nice to see them again. We saw most of them for Mom's celebration of life in March, but anytime you get a chance to get most of the family together, it's totally worth the trip. So that was a good time. We did some shopping. Went over to Vermilion, because Vermilion from Huron, Ohio is pretty close. And that's where I hit the other cross-stitch store. That would be Claire's Stitching Post. And if you're anywhere near Vermilion, totally worth the drive. It's right on the lake too, basically. Really cute town. A lot of really neat shops. We hit them all. But hers was first. And I dragged my sister in there, and believe it or not, she bought a tiny town. I told her I'd kit it up for her. But she still swears she can't do it, but it was intriguing to her, as well as there was a Country Cottage Needleworks, what is it, Farmhouse Christmas series she's got her eye on. So she's like, I'll start with a tiny town, because she wants to do it, and not do it a drum, but put it on a planner. So maybe this fall we'll get her started. We're gonna lure her in. What the heck? Is that what we did? Yes. Oh, there I bought I wonder if I can pull it out without causing everything to shift. Teresa Kogut did an exclusive design for Claire's Stitching Post. And I managed to not. There we go. It's called Bluebirds of Hope. If you haven't already seen this, there you go. Sorry about the glare. Isn't that adorable? You can call them and or find them online. Facebook has all their information, because I don't know that I've got it. Do I? No. Yeah, but it's Claire's Stitching Post. And they will have this. I think it's an exclusive for a year. She's had it out for a few months now. I bought the whole kit, and in usual Teresa fashion, it's DMC with a little bit of overdyed. And I got the 40 count eucalyptus fox and rabbit. I'm kind of blind today, like every day. I know you get tired of me saying that. Dad was right. It's a pain in the butt. Anyways, there it is. If you would like this pattern, get in touch with Claire's Stitching Post. I love it. You know I love Teresa Kogut. But birds with scarves, what's not to love, right? Suckers me in every time. What else we got? Oh, just recently, well, several weeks ago, I did meet up with my Teresa, my stitchy friend, and she is just like me in the fact that she buys more stuff than she knows. And again, I'm on camera, so my nose is going to itch. She inadvertently bought something I have had my eye on for 2 or 3 years, so she was like, would you like this? So God bless Teresa. She hooked me up with a copy of the Ultimate Sampler Motifs. I love this thing. It's adorable. You can find it all kinds of different places. Look at those flowers. Highly recommend. I'd like to think someday maybe I would dabble and put together my own whatever, but I probably know better. But you never know. I might surprise myself. Look at all the alphabets. Absolutely. Thank you, Teresa. Go get you one, y'all. So we had dinner, had that, and she is going to go to the retreat with me in the end of September in Kentucky. You're going to ask me which one that is. It's, what is that, the Ranch Retreat, I believe is the name of it. You know, you put me on the spot and I forget everything. So that's coming up in the end of September, and then the first week of October, I'm heading to Myrtle Beach for the Barefoot Needle Art retreat. Looking forward to that one too. Then last week I had another little stitchy day with my other friends, Trisha and Kim, and Trisha's awesome dog Rowdy. It was a fun day. We didn't get a lot of stitching done, you know how it is, but we had a delightful lunch and got to talk about a lot of stitchy things, and sometimes that's just food for the soul right there. So that was a great time. Thank you, ladies. Other than that, work. Just been working and playing with the Etsy store. So speaking of which, I'll give you a quick little Etsy update. I have some new designs. If you follow me on Instagram, either Potty Mouth Stitcher or the Cottage Cat Designs, you probably have seen the pictures of the new fall things. And pardon me, I have them rubber banded because, well, not all of them. Got pieces, parts. Anyways, tried to bringing out the, you know, it's fall and winter are coming. So I have cute little autumn ladies. All different designs. They're cute. Pretty. They're fairly big compared to some of the others. A little bit bigger. This one, just some different fall or Halloween. Again, I don't always have the 20 different designs, but there's 20 cards in every set. There's the word. So, some Halloween goodies. Got some Christmas animals. And what else do we have? Little moose. I assume those are, I'll get my mug out of the way. You might be able to see. They might be focusing. There you go. Got another little smaller set again. This is probably one of the smaller. There's teeny minis, but this is probably the smallest it gets before a mini comes along. This is what a mini looks like, just so you know. But this is little Christmas. Let me see. I'm just kind of flipping through some of them. Again, get my mug out of the way so it might focus. cute little ones. And thought maybe we needed more chickens. These I'd already packaged up, so. Lavender chickens. Some are chicks. I think there's random roosters in here somewhere. So if you're a chicken lover, we've got more chickens for you. Yay, chickens! Let me redistribute my pile here before it really gets out of control. Do I have anything else? Oh, I have some snowmen. These little guys. Aren't they cute? We're ready for holidays. Yep, that's about it. Oh, there's more holidays. Again, these were the little minis. I've had these out for a while, so this isn't a new design, but they're the small, little bitty ones. And there's snowmen and all kinds of, I think this one's called Christmas characters. So there's all that fun stuff. You've heard me talk about it before, again, with the nose. Thread beds or thread books. I have played with them. I've showed them before. I finally made a few more this past week or two, and the more I make, the more I don't know I want to give them away. Because I'm like, oh, look at that one. That one's really cute. So, here's these. This is, again, just using some of my old scrapbook paper and chipboard. These have, I dabbled with putting little magnets underneath, but they're kind of wimpy magnets. So at least this way it kind of holds it closed. And when it's open and you're using it, it could still be a needle minder, or that's where you could attach your bigger needle minder, depending on how you do it. But I love it. Look at the pretty lace. It's the same on both sides. This one, already spoken for. But it's the same thing. I just have batting on the inside. Teresa wanted that one. She was like, oh, can I have that one? It's like, absolutely. So I started playing with some other paper. And some of my over-dyed wool from way back when. These aren't finished yet, but I love these colors. Somebody tell me what designs out there already have these colors. You put them together, you're like, wow. You wouldn't. I know I could do it myself, but we've already established how good I am with colors, right? Not very good. And some more of the over-dyed wool as a binding again. Don't have these finished yet, but they'll be coming. I will throw them out there on Instagram first, and because I don't know how many I can make at a time, honestly, but when I have them, I'll throw them out there on Instagram first and say, hey, these are going up. Snag them if you like them. If you're a thread bed kind of person, like I said, I use them primarily when I'm using, if I'm flipping colors a lot, or if I'm doing 2 strands. Instead of always putting it back on the floss drop, which sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It's easier with this little book. Stick them in there. I'm gonna, when I sell them, I'm gonna put little, a little thing of labels, just sticky labels, and you can put it right underneath. If you have colors that are close to each other, at least then you can say, okay, this one is whatever, Oscar versus Sage, you know, that type of thing. And close up your book and put it in your project bag. I like the regular, that's kind of why I went with this. I like the regular thread beds because, you know, I buy bags from Game Lost Treasure. She always puts one in there and they're wonderful. But then I have to, like, you know, delicately place them back in the bag so they don't all just go, you know, and get mixed up. At least with this, you can close it up. They're all in there. They don't get, you just decrease the amount of jumble potential. Is that a phrase? I don't know. I'm running with it. So that's why I went with the thread book idea. So, if you're interested, keep your eye out. Like I said, they'll get done eventually. If you're, I'm not an Amazon company. I'm not that good. But anyways, God bless Etsy for going along with my rate of any type of production. So anyways, I think that's it for any type of update. Move on to the good stuff, right? Like I said, I have a couple of retreats coming up, and both of them are going to have smalls exchange. So I was kind of flipping through all my little stuff, of which, you know, we all have a ton. I'm like, what am I going to do? So I opted to go with a shepherd's bush pattern that I found in last year's cookbook that caught my eye. And believe it or not, it's rare, but it happens. Mark your calendars, kids. I have a start and a finish. There it is. Happy place. Isn't that cute? Clearly, it's little. So, if you I have no problem showing it, because if you're at one of these retreats, pick the right bag and it can be yours. I'm going to frame it, just so you know. Hopefully on the next video, August, yeah, I'll probably have a video before I go. You'll see the finished. And then again, pick the right bag and it could be yours. More than likely, I'm going to stitch it twice and have it for both of them, because pretty much knocked out in a day. I have more than enough little frames. I'm certain it won't take much to get that one finished up. So, there's that. And, oh, I guess I could tell you. It was done on a 32 count paper bark by Fox and Rabbit with the called for goodies. There we go. Moving right along. I'm super excited to show you this one. I love the colors. Again, this was last video's problem child, Everflowering Garden by Owl Forest Embroidery. And real quick, when I first did it, I didn't like the green. I did not like the green that was on this border. And it called for the Owl Forest Embroidery threads. I tried to convert those to Cottage garden threads via just the internet and at the mercy of their colors. So, didn't really like the one I had. I was like, I don't know. It was the only color I really didn't like, so I went for the DMC, which was 501, and you put that on there, and it was just glaringly wrong. So picked all that out, redid it, started to go across the top, and found my fabric was way too small. So that's why I'm like, you know what? God's trying to tell me you don't like that color, so just go redo it. So at least that's the positive spin I'm putting on it. I ran with it, went to keepsakes. You already heard the rest. So I got a 40 count vintage country mocha and redid it. I started in the bottom right corner. I think you can pretty much see that pretty good. Color's looking pretty good. I can't speak. So this is my new green. And then I switched up from the Cottage Garden. There we go. Get my hand on it. High Country. And they found for me Threadworks 1069. So there's the difference. I'd say that's significant. So this one was very brown. You could kind of see the green, but it looked just brown. And this is so much better. So much better. Love the variegation. Love the way it looks. I love the 3 different main greens in there. So it has been so much fun. So much fun to restart. So this is one of those that truly, truly have fun stitching. If you're even thinking about, you need another big girl project, you know, don't we all? Highly recommend this one. So here's this one. Well, hello, Felix. How are you, Bubby? Yes. It's been several videos since we've had an animal interruption. So this isn't too bad. He hasn't hopped up here yet. So we'll see. See if we get lucky. Next up, this is pretty much a mini WIP parade since I've been gone for 6 weeks, give or take. I've had all kinds of time to do stuff. I got caught up on my WIP Go and my heifer boards, and that's why I pretty much was dabbling all over the place because it was needed. I needed to get some love in on some of these projects. You gonna say hi? There he is, Mr. Serious. There you go. All right, next up, Lacey Cottage Sampler by Rosewood Manor. I'm doing this one with the called for beautiful colors. And it's on 36 count Heirloom by Needle Bling. Not a huge whatever. I finally got in on the house, and if you can see that, I love the variegation on it. It is really cool. You'd think I'd work on it more. Sorry, zoomies. Because I can't wait to see all those purples come together. That's going to be neat. So, not a huge advancement there, but at least it's some. I got my 500 stitches in. Next up is my Edgar Allan Poetry by the Tidying Modernist. You'd really think I'd get this done. I say that every time. I'm stitching this one on 40 count Smoky Gray, is that right? Stormy Gray by Fabric Flare. Got what? 2 down. 2 and a smidge. But this one's really cute. And the fabric's just dark enough. It can make you go cross-eyed, but at least it's not a true black fabric. I'm not brave enough for that. I'm just being honest. That's not going to be me anytime soon. Next up, Let Freedom Ring by Lila's Studio. Finally got across the top, I think, on the last video you saw that. So I'm working over, since I've been stitching in hand, I've kind of switched from everything was a left-hand start, and I've kind of moved over to the right because it's easier to go from right to left. Called for goodies, even though they're a hot mess. Pretend they're twisted up and gorgeous. They're not, but there you go, look. Made it across the top. This is the piece that, you know, just had enough of. But that's all right. She fits. Did a little bit more of the over one. That's delightful, let me just tell you. I think it'd be easier to stitch over one in just like actual motifs instead of lettering. I'm just guessing. I really haven't done any motifs. It's all been pretty much lettering that I've done over one and a couple of different pieces. Let me know what you think. It could just be a pain in the butt for all of them. So you people out there that do that 25 count over one and all the gorgeous tiny stitching I see everywhere, like Claire's stitching post was littered with it. I mean, just couldn't swing a dead cat, and it was everywhere. I'm like, who does this amazing stitching? And God bless them. Clearly, their optometrist is better than mine because they're doing just fine. It was gorgeous. It was everywhere. All their samples that they had out were like over one everything. I'm like, phew, y'all are amazing. Next up, one of my ultimate favorites. Consider the Lilies. I think, you know, when I had to get a new phone, let me just complain. Because I'm a Riri, and I don't know how this works. I hate that this phone will play with the lighting. See how it changes it? I've even taken like all that stuff and made it like get rid of the auto, but clearly not enough. So I'm sorry. Yeah, it's my phone that's doing that crazy crap. It's not you. So if you're thinking it's your eyes, no, it's me. It's me. My bad. Anyways, here we go. This is Consider the Lilies. I do have the basics of the border done. but I got a few more motifs done. I got that base done. So what is this, 2 or 3 pages worth for the most part? Still just love it. Trying to do those flowers on the border as I go, because if I leave them for the end, it may never get done. They're not hard. And I love the colors. And the variegation is really nice if you look at them. Again, if the light would cooperate. But who knows? I think I've heard that a lot. You know, borders, I love them. I'm a sucker for them. It's usually what gets me to buy a piece. And then I think everybody says the same thing. If you don't do it as you go along, you're really going to regret a lot of life decisions. So trying to keep up with the flowers as I go along. That, of course, I have all the called for on that. I think primarily it's weeks. But don't quote me on that. It is done on 46 count cappuccino. Is that fiber on a whim? Yeah, fiber on a whim. It's my only 46 count. I've seen several people talk about trying their 56 count or whatever. Was it Brenda just saying how she did it, and it was super encouraging, and I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. Because, yeah, that, I go to a 46 count, I definitely put it in a hoop. I don't know. I mean, I've heard you can use beading needles and whatnot if you stitch in hand, and maybe that would work. But, wow. I don't know if I'm that good. Maybe I'll try it someday. Next up, some Plum Street Gathering Honey. Sorry about the glare since I'm blocking my line of sight here. This one's done on the, again, some fabric flare. What's it called? Berkshire Hive, I think. Without looking at the... Yeah, after a while, you actually do remember some of these. Anyways. On this, I did the big bee skip there and the little lady, the headless lady, currently. So... And what is that, a chicken? Yeah. Started working up top there. Got a bunch of that done. But you can see the little honeycomb on the fabric. That's really neat. Coming right along. Again, using the called for, I believe it's all gentle art. Felix is watching. All that floss hit the pile. We'll see. We'll see if I get lucky. And not have to disentangle the cat from the floss. Next up, I have a little mini finish. This is the Country Cottage Needlework Boardwalk series. This is the middle one, the first one. There will be 3 others on either side of this. So I finally went, like, let's just see where my fabric is on this one. But there you go. There's a close-up of the little boardwalk. It's so darn cute. Love it. This is on Barefoot Needle Art's Sea Mist. And it's a 40 count. Beautiful, beautiful fabric. Can't wait to start the next one. And again, this is all, I think this is all classic Colorworks, called for. And one of their project bags that I bought when I was there. Very cute. Well, pretty much. I don't know if it's my favorite. It's definitely the top 3. Maybe top 5. I don't know. I guess if it's top 3, it would definitely be top 5. Whatever. You know what I meant. Good old Hands Across the Sea. Memories of the past. Love this one. If you're looking for another Hands Across the Sea, because, you know, there's only 2 or 3 to choose from, highly recommend. 5 stars. Tip your driver. Absolutely. Love it. The colors are stunning. This is the one I'm saving all my little orts. I'm going to make a little ornament for my stitchy tree some year because they are stunning. I made it across the top, kids. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? Get you a little close up. Those colors on the alphabet are amazing. And I love them. So, run, don't walk to your favorite L&S or online, whatever, and say, you know what? Yes, it's time. Heidi twisted my arm. I'm going to have to buy it. I'm sure you've got fabric in your stash, and that is all DMC. So you don't need anything fancy. You've got it, kids. Go buy it. Gorgeous. Love it. Best ever. Right, Felix? I knew he'd be back. I knew it. Curiosity killed that cat. And satisfaction brought it back. Right? Next up, where is the picture on it? Oh, right there in front of me. It's a jardin privé. Oui, oui. Samplers and bouquets, or whatever that stands for. I don't know. I'm just guessing. We've been through my lack of any type of foreign languages several times on these videos. This is what it will look like when all three of these are put together. It is 3 different patterns. I'm doing this on some 18 count Ada from Mustache. And had to tear out a little bit because, you know, we've already established I can't count. So, so if you were on the last video, you saw that, yep, I jacked up some stuff here and had it a little too high. So I tore it out, redid it, and I've been moving right along. These colors are really cute. And this is a really, really fun stitch. I couldn't put it down. That's probably why I got so much done. It was really neat. And again, it's just kind of fun to go back to some Ada. So if you've been linen stitching for a while, I know you've got some Ada in your stash. Go ahead. Pull some out. Do something fun on it. Gosh, it's a nice break. I just love those colors. Sorry. Would you like to see it? I know you've seen it, but it's adorable. Pretty much, I put Jardin Privé up there with Crochet to Go-Go. Just such cute patterns consistently across the board. The colors are amazing. You know how all designers have a look, but I really do. They're fun. They're a fun stitch. Fun stitch to do. And that's, again, all DMC. Called for DMC. Beads. Want to guess what's coming? This is One Nation from Bygone Stitches. Doing this one on a 32 count ale. And this is the one I've decided to add some beads to because life's better with beads. There it is in its entirety, but close up you can see I've been putting in the beads inside the stars and in the little, I don't know, diamonds, whirligigs, hoot and floppies in between the states there. And then when I get to Virginia and Ohio, I was going to do those all in beads if it doesn't look dorky. We'll see. One Nation. It's been around forever. Timeless pattern. I love it. Love the variegation on that one. And these are the called for colors. I did not change them up. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, we're almost down to the bottom. This one. Did some frogging on this one too. It's just how I roll. Not happy until I can tear part of it out and redo it because, you know, we all have time for that. This is Jeanette Douglas, Seasons by the Sea. I'm working on Autumn. I'm doing this on a 36 count maritime linen by, did I write that down? By, I don't know, pick your poison. As you can see, this is the Autumn one I'm not quite finished with. She does have a bunch of specialty stitches, but does an amazing job of going through just how to do them. I've not added any beads to this, but when I finish this season, I am going to add the beads and the little treasures for these 2 seasons and go ahead and start enjoying them, because clearly I'm going to be working on this one for a while. It's actually not hard, and it's not super time intensive because it's all the little motifs. It goes pretty quickly. So like just the other night, I'd say in 2 nights work, I did all of this. All of this. This little guy, even these. Like, that's all I had was this and the Autumn by the Sea and this. I had to tear this out because, again, I can't count. It was over 1 extra little humpy doodle, so I tore all that out last night and restarted it. But yeah, all I had at the top was Bittersweet, Autumn by the Sea, the pumpkin, and everything else I've done in a couple days. So, it goes pretty quick. And I'm not gonna lie, the little waves here, it's just counting, and it's very repetitive, which helps, but it's just kind of like a visual whatever. I can't think of the word. It was just that confusing. You're like, it doesn't look like it should be waving this way by the way I'm stitching this, but that's how it magically comes out. And again, some of the silk, if you look at that seahorse and the variegation on it, I mean, that's why I highly recommend just buy the silk packs that she sells, specific for this. So you don't have to buy the big skeins of all these things, because otherwise there's just no way you're going to get the beautiful variegation for these borders and for some of these motifs. And certainly not, certainly not the waves and the sand and whatnot. So absolutely. I had one lady comment on it saying, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and start saving because, yeah, it's not cheap. But to have it look anything like that, there you go. Just buy the packs. Put them on your 1, 2, 3 stitch list. Christmas is coming, ladies and gentlemen. And say, that's all I need, people. Just go buy that. And I'll be a very happy person. This is what they look like. Yes, they're just that stinking tiny. And you're like, why did I pay 40 bucks for that? Because you have to. But next up is, whatever that is that I can't read backwards. Winter. Winter by the Sea. So, maybe I'll actually get that started in the winter. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Is that the bottom? That's it. Those are all the WIPs, kids. That's probably darn close to half, if not more than half, of what I'm currently working on. Next up is some haul. Right? Yeah. Basically. Plans real quick. I know everybody's talking about... Sorry about the squeaky. I'm sitting on a footstool. It's old. It makes weird noises. Promise it's not me and any GI issues I may be experiencing. Anyways, plans September. Everybody's talking about sampler September. My goodness, I have about 9,000 samplers I could start. Which one to choose? Recently, I have gotten a couple chatelaines designs. I got Sparkling Peacock and Sleeping Beauty's Castle. Is that what it is? I got the PDF of the Sleeping Beauty, and I recently just went ahead and purchased the PDF of the Sparkling Peacock. It's struggle's real today, kids. And I've heard this on many videos, but you know, if you've never really ran into anybody in Flosstube world that does a lot of chatelaine designs, yes, get the PDF. The paper's nice, but the print on it is so tiny, so stinking tiny, that you have to use it. You're better off just getting the PDF so you can blow it up 100 times on your computer and do a screenshot, or however you wish to do it. There's several different ways to do it, which she goes over in instructions, because there is no way you would ever see the detail on the printed page, because I looked at it, I'm like, no, that's just insanity. So I sat there the other day at work and and went to town and just blew it up, and and got Sleeping Beauty ready to go. I mean, I put as big as I could on these things and got them printed out so I can do them in sections. They say all the time to, you know, start in the middle and work your way out, because if you've seen these things, the middles are amazing. And then you go out to even more crazy, amazing, whatever, and they're full of beads and treasures and whatnot, and they're gorgeous. I highly recommend you check them out. Can't wait to start one. I had gone to the, I think it was at European Cross Stitch. Yeah, European Cross Stitch Company, and had ordered the entire kit from there for the Sleeping Beauty's castle. And, you know, like every good cross stitcher, I ordered something and totally forgot it was coming, and then, ta-da, showed up a few weeks ago, and I'm like, oh, happy clap. Oh, darn. So do I make it Sampler September, or do I make it Chatelaine September? I don't know, maybe both. Stand by. Let's see what happens. But, so, I just got some antique white Belfast. See how much noise I can make. But God bless them, when you buy the little kit, they put everything in these nice little floss away bags. So here's everything you're going to need for good old Sleeping Beauty. And their 5,000 petite braid, whatnot. Mostly silks. There is some DMC, but they don't bother selling it to you. They assume you can get your own, and trust me, if you're going to pay for that, you might as well save what cash you can. And then they do all the beads for you too. So, and that's why it's just easier to buy from them. They do all the legwork. You don't have to go looking all over Hell's Half Acre for this stuff, and just do yourself a favor and buy it from them. So there's my goodies for Sleeping Beauty Castle. Ta-da! I'd show it to you, but I wasn't smart enough to pull up a picture of it. So trust me, it's stunning, and when I start it, I will show you the good stuff. How about that? It's either that one or it's going to be the Sparkling Peacocks that I start. But I have the fabric for this one, and I'm dabbling with possibly going with a lighter blue to put the Sparkling Peacocks on, because it is so blue. Again, sorry for the color that keeps coming and going with this phone. One of these days I'm going to have to figure that out. Unless it's my eyesight. We've already established that's problematic. Anyways, okay, on to haul. So if you're not into haul, whatever. Thanks for stopping by. It was good to see you. Glad you got to see me. However you want to say that. But next up is what I dragged home from Ohio. Actually, before I go into that, sorry for the dragging noise. Months ago, yeah, I think it was right after she got back from market, Nashville market, Nicola Parkman was talking about this adorable little box that she bought. It was made for her, or made, whatever, and she bought it. And of course I was like, ooh, that would be perfect right here by my stitchy spot. And I ordered it, and I'd show it to you, but I've totally forgotten where I got it from. I'd have to dig all that up. Whatever. What it comes down to is, I did love it. It was beautiful. It's right there. But I was like, man, I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger. So, I mean, I was holding my glasses in it, needles, random bits and pieces that you don't use very often. I mean, it was just nice to have a couple little drawers there by your stitchy spot, right? We're always looking for different storage solutions, whatnot. And recently, my neighbor has been doing some woodwork, and I think you've already heard a story or two about him, whatever. I am absolutely blessed and fortunate and highly favored, because I have the world's best neighbors. I'm sorry for the rest of y'all that don't have these people as neighbors, because you're just missing out. They've saved me countless times over the past 20-some years I've lived here. Can't say enough good things about these people. They're wonderful, Carolee and Kevin. So Kevin is now, he's playing with some woodwork stuff. He kind of, that's his He's not really a side hustle. It's just what he enjoys. His real job, he's a plumber. Again, now you know part of the reason why they've saved me countless times. So it's always nice to have. I have all kinds of trades around. I got plumbers. I got HVAC. I got carpenters. It's again, awesome. So anyways, I told him, hey man, you need to be making stuff for cross stitch because that's really cute. I'd send him a picture. He'd make it, right? I'm like, look at that. He's like, what do you think? Is this what you were thinking? I'm like, absolutely. So when I finally get around to finishing some things, I've only been saying that for a year and a half. Anyways, it's bound to happen. You'll start seeing some of his stuff. But I told him about this little box drawer thing, sent him some pictures. 2 days later, he's like, hey, he comes knocking on the door. Is this what you're talking about? Look at that. He had some cedar laying around he wanted to play with. So, here's the little gizmo. As you can see, got some needles in it. This one, random, whatever. But it is a little bit bigger than the other one. It's about 2 or 3 inches taller. He's like, oh, just take it. This is the prototype. He's already started tweaking it. So, what I'm saying to you kids, trying to give you a reference. Here's a notebook. That's how big it is. Roughly. How about that? Without actually measuring it, because I wasn't smart enough to do that. Because I keep telling him, you need an Instagram account at the very least. Plenty of other people do this stuff. They sell their amazingly wonderful things. Like the R&R Woodworks KY, Kentucky. On there, I bought some of his things. Always has gorgeous stuff out there. I'm like, you could too. So, ladies and germs, if you would be interested in something like this, drop me a note, one way or the other. And then I can show all this to Kevin. And maybe we can persuade him to make some more of these. So, help a sister out. Or if you're interested, like I said, he has different kinds of woods. He has a hunting cabin and whatnot, so he kind of, every once in a while, brings down some trees, mills them up, dries them out, and, I mean, he's the real deal when it comes to woodworking, just like the R&R Woodworks. So, clearly not quite as extensive as that individual, but because he has all kinds of really cool wood on his stuff, but like I said, if you like it, you think it's going to be interesting, something you might want, help me out so I can show him and maybe we can persuade him to bless us with some goodies. Because trust me, I've not loaded it up yet because I know I wanted to show it to y'all. Now it's a free-for-all because I'm going to be adding some stuff. But anyways, there's that. Pardon me. What is it? I don't get it. I don't sit here and have this issue normally in life, or maybe I do, and who knows? I'm a twitchy nose person. Got no clue. All right, moving right along. I saw this. What was this? Wasn't this for their winter design or their winter retreat exclusive? The JVW Bluebirds of Happiness. I was like, oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Sorry, I've already made working copies of this because I do that because I like to scribble off where I'm at so I know where the heck I'm at. And so that's why they're all in like page protectors and whatnot. So they're going to be a little bit more noisy. I do not have them all put together on floss drops yet. I just have them in this really cool Game Lost Treasure bag. Isn't that gorgeous? My new favorite size. But we kitted her up. What is this? Fiber on a Whim, cream and sugar, 40 count, called for goodies. Love this one. Can't wait to get started. Ooh, we have an avalanche. They had most of these. I hadn't seen these yet, but I love the colors on that. Little Mill Hill kit. That's cute. Out on a limb. There's that one. They had a Stacey Nash. I like the sample on this one. but they had it done in pinks. It's really cute. Of course, pretty much any Stacey Nash is really cute. Pomegranate sewing tray and persimmon scissor fob. Say that 3 times fast. Very adorable. They had this one out. Oh, it's really pretty. They had it done on a darker fabric. This is Blackbird Designs. Casting a Spell. So I did buy some darker fabric, I think. No, I did for some other ones. Again, I thought, hey, maybe I can get Kevin to make that for me too. So, when I finally get around to stitching that bad boy up, I'll let him figure out the dimensions on that. It might be in there. It probably is. It's probably in the thing. I've just not looked at that closely. This one is the Primitive Hair. Not hoarding. It's not hoarding if it's cross stitch. Absolutely not. I'm not a hoarder. Some Lucy Beam along the same line. Cross stitch makes everything okayer. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. I don't know if that's going to help, but we'll try. There you go. Because it does. And we all know it. That's why we're here. Cross stitch has saved all our sanities more times than we can count, right? They had these done on cute little wooden, finished on little wooden pennants. Because these are all little pennants. Even though in the picture they're flat finishes, of course. This is hands-on design. It's like a scary apothecary. That's it. They are stinking cute. So I bought them all. Bat Balm. Cauldron Cleaner. Halloween stitching's the best. Broomstick, fuel. Some little afterburner action. Bitter Brew. Snail slime. I mean, literally, look at those little snails. Spider legs. What is that? Serving size 8. Ugh. But they're cute. And cackle lozenges. Those are adorable. So yeah, they had them all strung up in a banner type thing. They were really cute. Cute idea. Or you could even do those on perforated paper. Kind of the same deal. Finish them with other cardstock or something behind them. I mean, I love the beach. Saw this one, Silver Creek Samplers. I'd like to say I could read that backwards. At the beach is where I find a place to let my soul unwind. 2016. That one's been around a while. I saw that one and thought I might do it for one of my beachy friends I always go to the beach with. Might be a good Christmas or birthday gift someday. I thought this one might be another good gift for a different friend. It's Erica Michaels, Be Like a Crow. I've seen this on a couple other Flosstubes recently, but it's a really cute sentiment. It says, be like a crow, collect shiny things, hop happily down the street for no apparent reason, and scream loudly when you see your friends. And ain't that the truth? I got some noisy crows around here. Lord knows they are fed very well during the summer or during the winter. They haven't brought me anything cool yet, but maybe this year. I don't demand anything in return. Anyways, this one I have partially kitted up. Bought some fabric and the goodies for it. It's a Cricut collection. What's it called? Three Gables. Oh, the stinking light. There's cute. And it came with the little treasures. Looks like a cute Halloween stitch. Because I needed a few more. as we all do. Again, kitted this one up too. The Salem Sisters Apothecary. Really cute. And no shopping excursion would be complete without some Brenda Gervais. Basket full of autumn time. There we go. Stinking glare. Maybe sort of. I don't know. Windows. You can see windows. You can see lights. Whatever. Adorable. And some more Brenda. Every opening flower. How had I not picked this one up yet? I don't know. Gorgeous as ever. And because I couldn't make up my mind, there's another one. The Light of Winter. Oopsie. This way. So cute. Just beautiful. Bricks and a killer border. Yes, please. I saw this. Whatever. I don't know which way it is for you. Snagged it. Brought it home. See. What? You know, we all have the same problem with stitching with white. So I've heard it from several people recently that if you use either sulky or a silk in white, that then maybe your stitches won't look like, I don't know, someone in a hurricane was trying to put them in there. So I told this to my super duper helpful keepsakes people, and they're like, oh yeah, get you some sulky white. I mean, what's to show you? And then I also picked out Gloriana white, kind of a silvery white, because I want to get this Country Cottage Needleworks Santa Lane. One of their winter series started, and I did not want to go through another winter series of 9 patterns cussing at the white stitching the whole time. So we're going to try these. And hopefully everyone's awesome advice will be correct. And I did kind of a little happy dance when I saw this, because last year, I think I bought the Autumn Quakers Rosewood Manor, not realizing, even though it clearly has it right there, that these are all Valdani threads. Couldn't find them. Then really couldn't justify buying them. Every other time I was like on 1, 2, 3 stitch and buying a bunch of other stuff. But God bless keepsakes. Hook me up. There they are. So, might be a fall start. We'll see. Thank you. I saw them. They were laying on, were like propped up on the floor there, and I'm like, oh, could that be? Shut up and take my money. All right, and then also they had these neat little things. So this sits on top of this for even more crap that I can put on beside my stitchy spot. And Kevin, I might be showing this one to Kevin too, saying, hey, something like this. Everybody's always looking for a tray, because everything we have is either slippery or tiny, and at least if I throw it in something like this, I have half a chance of finding it again. At least that's what I told myself when I threw it in the pile with everything else. But I think that's it, kids. So that's all my haul, all my loot. That's my update. I hope to do another video here. Today's what, the 22nd, 23rd, 22nd, 23rd, one of those. So maybe we'll do one again right before the retreat season starts for me. And then pray for the best. So I hope y'all are enjoying your August so far, and I will talk to y'all soon. Take care.